Hi, my name is Gaius.
And my name is Bia.
Welcome to our series where we have the wonderful opportunity to talk with the staff from the Singapore Association for the Deaf.
Join us as we dive in to find out more about the heroes behind the scenes. Hi, my name is Bia and today we're here with Zhi Hao.
Hello, my name is Zhi Hao, so I'm the Social Associate here in the Community Services Department.
Can you tell me a little bit about your role under CS?
So I'm the Social Associate here. Mainly I do more of the administrative support for the social workers and case manager. Mainly helping in terms of the financial application and intake assessments for the client.
Okay, how did you come to join the social service sector?
I studied social work in poly, so after I graduated, this is my first job actually. So now I'm currently pursuing my degree in social work.
Oh, so you're working and also pursuing
Yeah, I'm doing my part-time study.
Oh, okay, so is this like really the course that you really choose?
Yes, I guess so. I've always liked helping people, so after what I've learned in class for social work and what it does, it's very in line with what I like.
So it's your deep passion helping people.
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell me what do you love about your positions?
I think there's a lot to learn. Every day is quite different, seeing different clients and trying to communicate with them is sometimes a challenge because I have to communicate in signs, which I'm not very familiar with when I started out here.
Okay, so when you started, you said there were challenges. Can you explain to me exactly what kind of challenges?
Mainly would be communication barriers. So I did not know sign language when I came here, but I slowly picked it up, and also learning more about the deaf culture, how they interact with one another or communicate or express their thoughts and feelings. So it's something I have to learn and try to accommodate with them.
As you said previously, there are a few challenges that you face. Can you tell me what are those challenges specifically?
I can't really think of any at the moment, but I guess mainly about accommodation. So for those that I am really unable to communicate with because they use more of a home signing or gestural communication, then we will have to hire an interpreter, which is quite an interesting approach because in school when we have counseling session with someone else, having a third person around is quite intrusive, when we ask such deep questions and all that. But then for communication purpose, we have to get an interpreter, and it does hinder at certain parts of the communication, maybe I can't get too deep of an answer from them because it is very uncomfortable for a third person to hear what you're saying.
Yes, something private you don't want to share. So how do you handle those situations specifically?
I think slowly, I guess, or naturally, those who the deaf, I guess, they have adapted to how interpreters work, so it is a form of communication for them. And then, if they really do not wish to, then we have to respect their wishes, but there is definitely some limits to how much we can help them.
Under your role in CS, what is one skill set that you have learned?
I would say mainly on how to communicate and treat my clients or persons with disability, learning about the appropriate terms to call them, and also not be afraid to approach them. Yeah, because I think come across a lot of people who are afraid of offending persons with disabilities, but it's like an example I guess would be a lot of people find that calling them deaf is inappropriate or rude, but it's actually totally fine term. It's even accepted. Yeah.
What are the stigmas that you want to break and you want to tell our audiences about the deaf community?
I would say the employment of deaf people. So like a lot of people find that they are less capable than hearing, those that are hearing, but then communication doesn't only mean speaking or hearing. It can come in different forms like writing or texting. Yeah, so I think if people want to work around and put in the effort, they are able to accommodate.
To end off, in your opinion, what are some of the qualities that make a good social worker?
I would say someone who is open-minded, willing to learn and also unlearn some of the things that that was ingrained in us when we were growing up, and also to constantly upgrade ourselves in terms of education, learning about people's culture, background, and to constantly advocate for our clients or people we serve.
Thank you for joining us today. Bye-bye.
So, baru dalam social worker ni, I hope the first one, you serve better. You know, social worker does not mean that you cannot do. You can do many other things. It's just that you need to find a community around it and how you can go about it so that you can do it. So this is something that I want to tell the deaf community that don't put yourself in the box. Think about how you can do or around it, or how can you do it better than you say, I cannot.